Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, your one-stop destination for all the sizzling updates from the heart-pounding world of Days of Our Lives. If you missed today's electrifying episode aired on August 29th, 2025, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the tangled web of emotions, betrayals, and clandestine schemes that unfolded in Salem. From fiery confrontations to simmering tensions, today's episode was a roller coaster of drama that left us all gasping for air. Let's unpack the chaos, explore the motivations, and dissect the intricate relationships that make Days of Our Lives the addictive soap opera we can't get enough of. This is a longer, juicier, and more dramatic retelling of today's events, so grab a snack, settle in, and let's get started. A storm brews at Brady's pub. Holly, Tate, and Sophia's love triangle ignites. The iconic Brady's pub, with its warm wooden paneling and the faint aroma of coffee and comfort food, has always been a hub for Salem's residents to gather, gossip, and occasionally clash. But today, the air was thick with tension as a new chapter in the Tate-Holly-Sophia saga unfolded, threatening to unravel the delicate threads of trust and love. Sophia, with her sharp wit and undeniable charm, has recently traded her apron at the bistro for a spot behind the counter at Brady's pub. It's a move that raised eyebrows, especially since Tate, her former flame and current heartthrob, is also slinging drinks and wiping down tables at the same establishment. The decision didn't sit well with Holly, Tate's fiercely protective girlfriend, whose heart skipped a beat when she learned of Sophia's new gig. The pub, once a cozy haven, has transformed into a battleground for affections, where every glance and word is loaded with subtext. Holly, with her fiery determination and a glint of possessiveness in her eyes, wasn't about to let Sophia's presence slide. The history between these three is anything but simple. Sophia once played the role of the meddling third wheel, stirring up trouble in Holly and Tate's budding romance. Today, the past came roaring back to life as Sophia busied herself pouring drinks. Her casual banter with Tate didn't go unnoticed. Holly, who had stopped by the pub to surprise her boyfriend, caught sight of the two laughing over a spilled tray of glasses. The sight was like a match to kindling, igniting Holly's insecurities. In a moment that had every patron in the pub holding their breath, Holly stormed over, her heels clicking against the hard wood floor. Without missing a beat, she pulled Tate into a passionate, almost theatrical kiss, her arms wrapped tightly around him as if staking her claim for all to see. The kiss wasn't just a display of affection, it was a warning shot. Turning to Sophia, Holly's voice dripped with venom as she delivered a line that echoed through the pub. "You won't steal my boyfriend, Sophia." Not this time. The words hung in the air, sharp and unyielding, as Sophia's smile faltered, her eyes narrowing in response. Tate, caught in the middle, looked torn between shock and discomfort, his loyalty to Holly clashing with the awkwardness of the moment. What does this mean for the trio? Is Holly's bold move enough to keep Sophia at bay? Or is this just the beginning of a new wave of manipulation and heartbreak? Sophia's decision to work at Brady's pub feels like a calculated chess move, positioning her dangerously close to Tate. And with Holly's temper flaring, it's only a matter of time before this love triangle explodes into something even more dramatic. Will Sophia back down? Or will she fight for what she believes is hers? One thing's for sure, Brady's pub has never been hotter. Gwen and Leo, a friendship fractured by betrayal. Meanwhile, across town, another storm was brewing, this one steeped in the ashes of a once unbreakable friendship. Gwen and Leo, former best friends whose bond was the stuff of Salem legend, found themselves at a crossroads today, their past betrayals casting long shadows over their present. The root of their rift, Dimitri, the enigmatic figure who drove a wedge between them, shattering their trust and leaving their friendship in tatters. Gwen, with her sharp tongue and a heart still raw from Leo's betrayal, wasn't in the mood for reconciliation. The two crossed paths at a quiet corner cafe, where the clinking of coffee cups did little to mask the tension. Leo, ever the optimist, approached Gwen with a tentative smile, hoping to mend fences. His words were earnest, laced with regret as he apologized for the pain he caused during the Dimitri debacle. "I miss us, Gwen," he said softly, his voice trembling with sincerity. "Can't we just start over?" But Gwen wasn't having it. Her eyes, usually warm, were cold as steel as she unleashed a barrage of biting sarcasm. "Start over? Leo, you don't get to waltz back into my life after what you did," she snapped, her words slicing through the air. She didn't stop there, taking aim at Leo's new relationship with Javi, a charming newcomer who's been turning heads in Salem. "You and Javi, please. It's only a matter of time before you screw that up too," she sneered, her words dripping with disdain. The cafe patrons glanced over, sensing the drama unfolding. But Gwen didn't care. Her pain was raw, her anger palpable, and she wasn't about to let Leo off the hook. Leo, visibly stung, tried to defend himself, but Gwen's words had hit their mark. The exchange left him reeling, his hope for reconciliation fading like a distant memory. As Gwen stormed out, her heels echoing on the pavement, Leo was left alone with his thoughts, wondering if their friendship could ever be salvaged. The encounter was a stark reminder that in Salem, forgiveness is a rare commodity, and grudges can burn for years. What's next for Gwen and Leo? Will Gwen's bitterness consume her, or will she eventually find it in her heart to forgive? And what about Javi? Gwen's harsh words about his relationship with Leo might plant seeds of doubt, threatening to destabilize yet another bond in this drama-filled town. One thing's clear, the ghosts of the past are far from buried, and this fractured friendship is a ticking time bomb. EJ's hospital clash and Kat's covert mission. The drama didn't stop there. At Salem University Hospital, where the sterile halls are no stranger to secrets and scandals, EJ Demir found himself in a heated confrontation that could have far-reaching consequences. EJ, with his trademark swagger and unshakable confidence, strode into the hospital to discuss a sensitive matter with Kayla, the hospital's steadfast chief of staff. The details of their conversation were shrouded in mystery, but the tension was undeniable. Raised voices echoed through the corridor, drawing curious glances from passing nurses. Kayla, ever the voice of reason, stood her ground, her expression a mix of frustration and resolve. EJ, on the other hand, was all intensity, his sharp suit and sharper words a stark contrast to the hospital's clinical calm. Whatever they were discussing, it was clear that neither was willing to back down. But unbeknownst to EJ, a third player was lurking in the shadows, her presence unnoticed, but her intentions anything but innocent. Kat, a cunning newcomer with a knack for staying one step ahead, was eavesdropping from just round the corner. Her eyes gleamed with determination as she absorbed every word, her mind racing with possibilities. Kat has been quietly gathering intel on EJ, piecing together a puzzle that could bring the powerful Demir to his knees. Today's overheard conversation was another piece of that puzzle, a golden nugget of information that could prove invaluable in her quest to take him down. Kat's motives are as murky as they are compelling. She's not just after EJ for personal gain. Her alliance with Rafe, another of EJ's adversaries, suggests a larger plan at play. The two are working together to unravel EJ's empire, and Kat's latest move is a bold one. Disguised as a job seeker, she's been quietly infiltrating Salem's power circles, applying for positions that could give her access to sensitive information. Today, as she lingered near the hospital's administrative offices, she was already plotting her next step, a job at Demir Enterprises, where she could get closer to EJ's secrets than ever before. EJ, blissfully unaware of the storm gathering around him, left the hospital with his usual air of invincibility. But Kat's presence is a ticking time bomb, one that could detonate at any moment. Her ability to blend into the background, coupled with her razor-sharp intellect, makes her a formidable foe. Will she and Rafe succeed in their mission to topple EJ? Or will the Demir patriarch uncover their scheme before it's too late? The hospital showdown was just the beginning, and the stakes have never been higher. The bigger picture, Salem's web of intrigue. As the sun set over Salem, casting long shadows across its cobblestone streets, The events of August 29th left us with more questions than answers. Holly's bold stand at Brady's pub has set the stage for a love triangle that promises to combust. Gwen's refusal to forgive Leo hints at deeper wounds that may never heal, while Kat's covert mission at the hospital signals a seismic shift in Salem's power dynamics. Each storyline is a thread in the intricate tapestry of Days of Our Lives, where every decision, every glance, and every whispered secret carries the weight of destiny. What makes today's episode so captivating is the way it balances raw emotion with calculated strategy. Holly's kiss was as much a declaration of love as it was a power play, a reminder that in Salem, romance is never just romance sites at Battlefield. Gwen's harsh words to Leo weren't just about their broken friendship. They were a reflection of her struggle to reclaim her sense of self after betrayal. And Kat's espionage at the hospital, it's a masterclass in subtlety, a slow burn scheme that could reshape Salem's hierarchy. As we look ahead, the possibilities are endless. Will Holly and Tate's relationship survive Sophia's presence? Or will old flames reignite? Can Leo find a way to win back Gwen's trust? Or is their friendship doomed to remain a casualty of the Dimitri saga? And most importantly, will Kat's clandestine efforts bring EJ to his knees? Or will she find herself outmatched by Salem's most cunning player? Join the conversation. That's all for today's Days of Our Lives Drama Digest. But the story is far from over. If you're as hooked as we are, head over to our channel to catch the full video recap, complete with exclusive commentary and behind-the-scenes insights. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Holly's bold move? Are you Team Gwen or Team Leo? And what's Kat up to with her sneaky hospital antics? Let's keep the conversation going. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.